Okay. All right. So for this part, an art, right? So basically, I try to respond for this question first. What kind of the art do you enjoy? So I think, just simply to say that I'm kind of enjoy with painting, just because I think that painting is one of my favorite art and collaboration here. So I think that if I want to practice my art, it would go for painting. What are the tradition art form in your country? I think that the form of the art would go for the kind of reflection of that traditional behavior. And I think that is a part of our, kind of tradition that reflects behavior from those ancestors in the previous time. Yep. What makes a good painting? Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, I think that a good painting is about how to convey a deep emotion or how to convey a deep reflection to those people portray in that painting. All right. And also that we have to see that how they describe such an illustration of the art too. Do you think children should study art at school? Well, I think that it is possible for us to maintain such a children to the art of the school, just because I think that the children can, absorb such a deep emotion or even some kind of feeling, just because art can connect to feelings. So this is the reason why that we have to study the art as much as possible or as a part of the curriculum that can be taught here. So how can children benefit from learning art? As far as I'm concerned, and as far as I know, I would say the benefit from learning art would go for it booster creativity and it kind of strike such a critical thinking just because it reflects the way that we learn or study and art and what the logic might be resonate or relevant to. And how has art changed in the last few decades in your country? I think that we have to accept that nowadays we can accept that the digital technology can transform such the art from a painting by handwriting or just doing by human person may be instead may be replaced instead with such AI or artificial intelligence or even digital literacy, digital filmmaking, and then create such art to be better. Okay, and moveไปที่ all right, so we can go to next part here. I'm going to let you prepare for 10 minutes, right? Books, what kind of books do children in your country like to read? Do you think children can learn a lot from books? Do you think fairy tales are useful books for children? Why do some adults read books written for children? Do you think paper books will someday disappear? What are the advantages of e-books? And do you think libraries are still useful in today's society? All right. 10 นาทีนะครับ
Okay.
Okay, all right.
What kind of book do children in your country like to eat? Comic, I think. Do you think children can learn a lot from book? Yes. Do you think fairy tale are useful book for children?
Mhm.
Yes. Why do some adult this book writing for children?
Mm.
Because I think in the is their dream in children or the young.
Mm.
Do you think paper book will someday disappear? Yes, I think. Um,
What are the
what advantage of ebook? Mm, it can list everywhere.
Mhm.
Do you think library are still useful today? I think yes, but some people.
Okay, good. So what kind of books do children in your country like to read? As you mentioned, I think so. Comics or even like a short story might be the option and the alternative that children may read and try to read for their leisure time when they have a free time. Do you think students can learn from books? Of course, I would say that books can give you an opportunity to know something new and to deliberate your knowledge set, and also that to make you feel good when you have a free time, especially for those students who really love reading books. So do you think fairy tales are useful books for children? Yes, I think so. Just because I think fairy tale is one of the storytelling that children may feel attractive or even feel better, give them an opportunity to know a lot of stories from a different side of a different aspect within this world. So I would say that fairy tales may be different from a culture to culture, but Allah, it may be one of the most impactful sources to make a student become a better, illustration. Why do some adults read books written for children? As far as I know, I think that just because we can reflect our opinion and we can see how far they can progress from a reading from illiteracy to be full literacy, I can say that adults prefer something short, something that can easily understood. So, written by a student would go for. Mhm. Would be an alternative that can make them a better reader. Do you think paper books will someday disappear? Of course, just right now we can see that few people may prefer to read, a paper or even books. But I can say that just because modern day, all of people tend to use online or e-books, electronic book instead of a past paper, so it might shift from time to time. What are the advantages of ebook? There are several ways that we can talk about the benefit of ebooks, including first, I think that ebook is kind of easy to read, and it is comfortable that wherever we are, we can read it anytime, anywhere, and any places. And also that ebook is kind of like it. in terms of features or collective way to keep it is much better than those paper books, just because it's just kind of like we can save it in that digital book, so it would easily for us to use an ebook. And I think that just because we usually use this kind of iPad or such a notebook, right? So basically, we can read everything from the online. So an ebook might be an option here. And the last question is that, do you think libraries are still useful to today's society? Well, I think that libraries is kind of a place that students should have and a school should establish or remain such a library. Even it can transform to be electronic library that we can search any information, document from online, right? But I would say that a library might be might remain such a library, such a venue, places that everyone can go and visit. Maybe it shift into more online, so the term paper can be remain for those students who do such dissertation, or even a thesis that can be preserved to the university or libraries somewhere else. Yeah. อีกสักเรื่องหนึ่งได้ไหมแล้วก็เราปิดจ็อบนะครับโอเคไหม
ได้ครับได้ครั
อ่า
บ
this one เดี๋ยวให้เวลา10 นาทีนะครับ
Okay.
All right, good.
Um, what are popular small business in your country? The sale, the market. Yes. What kind of product are your country products? Every. Do you think it's important to plan products for your own country later than for abroad? Yes. Why do some people write to learn their over business? Because it will make village. Do you think family business are problematic? Yes. No, because we can fix the problem. What does it take for business to be success? Um, be serious. Have globalization affect small business in your country? I don't know.
All
Yes.
right, done, right? Okay, thank you so much for your sharing here. So, business topic here. What are popular small businesses in your country? Like you mentioned that there are several of sales and marketing has been widespread in Bangkok and especially in the Asian Southeast of Asia countries. So I think so because I was got a calling from HR recruitment to be interviewed for a position of sales and marketing. So meaning that a lot of people are looking for this kind of business sector that is relevant to sales and marketing, right? And second one is that what kind of product does your country produce? As far as I know, for my country, Thailand is one of the most produce such farming and agriculture, but it's not that much. I would say that for rice, just because they're gonna have many different types of rice and just export to worldwide country, especially for the Asian country as well as in the Western country like America, Brazil, or in South America too. Yeah. Do you think it is important to purchase products from your own country rather than from abroad? Well, I think that it is important to make a trade between own country as well as from abroad. What I can say from exchanging the product or purchasing such a product from our country just because we can preserve such a gross on net value from buying or trading from one to the another. But I would say that gaining, exchanging such a broad product would be an option too, just because we can change and internationally trade to each other. So this one might be like we have to strike into balance and make it for equality for the two, both of domestically and internationally. Yeah, why do some people like to run their own businesses? Well, I think that just because they're gonna approve themselves if they have a hard work, a strong commitment, and a wide enough range in terms of responsibility and dare to do so. I would say that those people who are genius or intelligent, they're gonna have a freestyle of their living with independence. So running a business might be an option to them to do so. And I think that just because they don't want to follow such old-fashioned organization, or even that the norm of traditional working might be not necessitate to them. So I think those people who want to run their own business just want to strive or pursue themselves for a better option and better future. Do you think family business are problematic? Well, I think that to some extent, to me, I can share for such the idea of problematic happen to the family business, just because when we run any business within our family members, so we have to make sure that um, any kind of any kind of like sharing or even expenditure might be cut off as the way that can be equal. So the problematic is that if we can acceptable to those rates, so it might not gain such a profit that we can do. However, a family business just because we can link to our understanding or even a cooperation between the family members. So I would say that a family business can be a strong foundation just because if we're hiring other people to do such a trustworthy or even to validate something here might not be an option to strive for successful business revenue too. And next, what does it take for a business to be successful? Well, I think that it depends on the business or what the structure of that business. To me, I have to say that I can have the idea for a successful business would go for three things. The first one is that hard work and responsibility. Once we got a high responsibility and commitment to be hardworking in that process, so I would say that it is possible to make it happen here. Second, I think it's all about cooperation and collaboration. Just because we cannot even do it alone, we have to connect to other people, both in internationally or even external internationally or domestically, I can say so. It might be one of the most important thing for participating or cooperation to each other. And the last one would be like it must be striving for the best high of quality. I can say that just because the product, the services, if they demand a high quality, and it can run for further growth too. So this one would be like a key successful for those people who want to run a business on their own. And the last question here, has globalization effect from businesses in your country? Yes, of course. I have to say that we have to acknowledge and understand that the changes has transformed our globalization in a better and positive way. So if we understand this kind of thing happen from time to time, so we can make it happen for further progress or even a better opportunity to do so. And I can say that globalization, for example, like the innovation of online businesses might be an option, an alternative to those people who want to run a business in our own country, especially in Bangkok, in Thailand, or Southeast of Asia. We can say that